What's up, guys? Coach DT with Dynamic Training. In today's video, we worked with Whitney High School tight end, sophomore tight end, Big Fish. And today's video, really what we did was we worked on some route mechanics, but we focused specifically on getting in and out of his breaks. All right, being a little over 6'5", he's got a big frame and trying to get comfortable in his body. So in these drills today, we're gonna be working on his stick, his ability to accelerate out of the top of his routes, as well as a ton of ball drills. So if you're interested in that, check out these clips.
We start the day off with some ball drills. After we warm up the legs, we warm up the hands, right? So we're just going 10 throws to the chest, focusing on tucking both into the right arm and to the left arm. All right, getting comfortable with that tuck. Then we go to the high ball. All we're looking for is to have his eyes follow all the way to his hands. We're not trying to jump. Then we go into the low ball. Once again, watching the eyes into the hands. Pinky should be touching on this. The low ball is a difficult catch for any receiver to make, especially a tall one. So Fish being a little over 6'5", this is something we really want to work at. Practice makes perfect. Next, we go into one of my favorite drills. This is, in my opinion, the best drill to start with when you're trying to work on somebody's stick. All right, so at the top of your route, right, a lot of receivers don't properly know how to stick and how to be explosive out of it, right? A lot of people, they get to the top of their route, it's just another step. But the whole point of a stick move at the top of a route is to sell the route as well as be explosive, right? That hard stick at the top is to help accelerate you out of it into whatever route you're running. So here with Big Fish, you know, we're really just trying to break down that stick is a hard step. It's not just another step, but it's a violent step on the outside. So doing this drill, it's 1 foot in, 2 foot in, 1 foot out. So we're really just focusing on that outside foot. It's not a speed drill. We're not trying to fly through this drill. This drill is extremely slow and methodical with a hard stick at the top. You should hear that foot stomp into the ground. Now, obviously, when you're playing in a game, you're not worried about stomping into the ground, but we try to overemphasize some of these exercises to make sure that we're creating good habits. Continue to rep this drill over and over again. If it doesn't feel comfortable, doesn't feel natural, that's okay. Practice makes perfect, so just continue to rep it. All right, so now we take it to the next part of this drill. We're doing the exact same footwork, exact same stick at the top. Now we're just overemphasizing that nice lean with our head and shoulders. So we stick to the left, head and shoulders snap to the left. We stick to the right, head and shoulders snap to the right. Sometimes that little tiny movement at the top of our route is all it takes to get that defender out of position. So remember, like on a 3-step slant, that third step at the top is not just another step where you turn your head and snap towards the quarterback. That third step is a hard stick, lean the head and shoulders, get that DB out of position, and snap and look for the ball. Once you've got the hard stick, now you've got the lean with the head and shoulders. Now we want to work on having our arms move with us, okay? The number one giveaway for any DB, any defensive player is when a receiver or tight end's arms die at the top of a route, they know that they're breaking down, right? So learning how to have our arms benefit us and help us accelerate in and out of breaks, right? And at the top of our stick. So here, doing the exact same drill with Fish, just trying to now emphasize, okay, now we got the head and shoulders. Now let's let our arms work with us to help us become more explosive at the top of our stick.
Set, go. Ball, drop your hips. Drop your hips. Pump, peak. There you go, good. Let's go. Drop your hips and pump. Drop your hips and pump, peak. So in this first drill right here, you're gonna notice there's 2 different breaks, right? He gets the top of this route. We work on dropping your hips, pumping your arms. He opens up into his second break, drops his hips, pumps his arms. But the real focus of this drill, you hear me say pump, is when he gets out of his last break, we're trying to get 3 to 4 hard arm pumps, right? To accelerate out of his route before he snaps his head and looks for the ball. Too frequently we see receivers at the college level, the high school level, they get to the top of their route, they stick a post, and then they kind of cruise out of it, right? No, what you need to do is separate away from that defender, right? If you're not a 4-3 guy, 4-4 guy, you got to stick at the top of your route, get 3-4 hard pumps no matter what your route is to get that separation away from the DB, and that's when you're going to get open and make that catch. So here we go. Set, go. Let's go. Drop your hips and pump. Drop your hips and pump, peak. Good job. You're gonna get rest after this. Okay, I'm sending you deep, so let's get it. Here we go. Set, go. Let's go. Pump. Get out. There it is. Good job. So for this next drill, we call this our window drill. So in this drill, we have 2 windows. Okay, it helps if you have a defender so that you can actually react and slide and move throughout the drill based off what the defender is doing. Okay, so the whole goal, if the defender doesn't move, you stick at the top of your route, you snap around, you slide to that open area, you make your body visible to the quarterback, right? If you want to get the ball, you have to have a lane between you and the quarterback where the quarterback can see you, right? If the quarterback can't see you, you're not open. Doesn't matter what you think, okay? So if the defender slides out and moves, right, that linebacker, then you're going to be sticking at the top, sitting in window number 1. Make sure that you're not floating towards the defender. Stay out wide.
So on rep 1, the defender does not move, sits in window 1, so we slide to window number 2, making ourselves a big target. For drill number 2, notice how he slides in even though the defender moves to window number 2. So what we want to focus on, and what I talk with him here, is about actually sitting in window number 1 and staying outside away from where all the defenders are, right? You don't want to catch the ball, turn into where all your defenders are. You're more likely to get lit up, take a big shot from a linebacker. So you want to catch that ball. You want to turn outside, putting yourself in good position where now you're able to break through an arm tackle and move upfield. We rep this drill one more time. Watch Fish sit at the top of his route, staying away from the defenders, tucks the ball, looks good. So we're here moving into our next ball drill exercise. If my left hand is forward, my left foot should be forward. If my right hand is forward, my right foot should be forward. Don't worry about your feet being cemented into the ground. You can step forward into that catch. We're just working on all these different angles to help you catch the ball. So now we take our window drill over to the other side. Remember, you're either sitting in window number 1 or you're sliding into window number 2. Okay, now we're really focusing on catch, protect, and look upfield, creating good habits.
Catch, tuck, protect, right? Watch it in. Realistically, we're just trying to create habits, because when you see those guys, even in the NFL, right, they're here. All the announcers are like, you get paid millions and you can't catch the ball. It's not that they can't catch it, it's just they took their eyes off it too fast. So we over and over and over and over and over emphasize this, so that in a game, it's so quick, you're not really gonna, but what you're gonna do is, it's gonna be quick, right? So all we're doing is creating habits, good habits, good habits.
As you get more comfortable with this drill, we ask our defender to get a little more active, right, to make this drill a little bit harder on us. The harder the defender, the more game-like this drill is actually going to become. So have a little bit of fun with it, get some good reps, remember your mechanics. Love this ball drill right here. This is super realistic and applicable to a game-like situation. So what we're trying to do is have our receiver find the ball, right? When it hits a blind spot, to be able to find the ball, track it down. Here we're talking about having late hands, so not running with your hands out in front, pumping those arms, throwing the hands out late.
Right foot up, you're like this, okay? Looking back at me, right here. Ball's coming up overhead, you're right here, pinkies. Okay, you're watching it all the way into your hands, catch, protect. It's not cemented in, I want you to start here, pumping our arms, that ball comes overhead. You can take some steps into it, but I need your hands here. I don't want you to turn. Okay, I want your hands here, okay? So over the shoulder, watch it in, tuck, toss it back.
So for this next ball drill, I'm not telling Big Fish that he should not go up for the ball. What I'm trying to do is put him in a position to practice catching all the different angles that you might find in a game. So this would be like a quarterback leading you over the shoulder in a corner route or a deep post possibly. So really just trying to rep it and continue to work all the different angles.
There it is, good. Good, make sure you get these next 3 in the right. Next 3 go to the right arm. There it is, good. Right arm, right arm, right arm.
We always like to end our drills with some fun. So by the end of the workout, we've gone through all of our mechanics. We've gone through a lot of route work, getting in and out of our breaks, pumping our arms, sticking at the top, watching the ball in. So here we're just having fun, right? We're doing some one-handed catches. A lot of coaches and parents don't like to practice one-handed catches. We know you don't recommend someone to catch with one hand, but there are going to be times in a game or practice where you're needed to try to catch the ball with one hand. So why not be great at it, right? Continue to rep it just like anything else.
Appreciate you guys checking out this video. Like I said in my very first episode, this channel is going to have tons of speed and agility, but we're also going to have some quarterback and receiver academy as well. For those of you that don't know, my actual background is I played football. I played at Del Oro High School, American River, as well as Western Oregon University. So I played slot receiver at those schools, and you know, it's a passion of mine. That was my sport of choice. So we are going to be having some receiver-specific exercises, some receiver-specific videos and drills, as well as some from our quarterback academy that we got going on. So if you love it, please subscribe and check more out.